All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So, how are you, my great people? Thank you for joining again. It is Sir Felix here, ready for this afternoon analysis. It is we are into the New York session, and yeah, we are here to see what has happened. It is post CPI. We've had CPI, and we've seen one of the greatest, impulsive move that has been quite some time since we last saw that. Again, I'm sorry for my lighting. I'm currently at the office. There is no proper lighting here where I'm currently seated. There are no windows close here, um, so we don't get the benefit of proper lighting. So, if you are seeing me in black, just know it's because of the lighting. Now, we were here in the morning and we discussed a few things. We were here in the morning and we were able to discuss few things with you guys. Um, those who followed, they know what we're talking about. Oh, this is glass, eh? Okay. So those who followed, live morning, we were here from about 12 midnight all the way to about 4ish, 4:30 in the morning. So again, it's 4:30. We want also to see post CPI. We see what happened and how market behaved. So I don't want to keep you. Let's go straight into the charts so that I can see what happened and how markets actually reacted. Um, then we call it a day. All right. Good. Now, of course, the pair to watch this CPI actually was the precious metal. And luckily, you remember in the morning we entered for some sales. You guys can remember very well. We did some sales. These sales I took with you in the morning, and we ended after a liquidity and this liquidity sweep here. Immediately after this liquidity sweep, we entered for the sell around this particular level here, 4,004, and we're targeting about here. That's like 40 pip distance or something like that. We did not leave the trade. We didn't panic. So that trade happened like that. That trade happened like that. This actually it was a nice trade. Although we had managed to capture to this particular point before NFP came and fueled the trade to where we were. All right. So you can pick that up. Although we did not materialize a lot from this trade because of also NFP, you know, you cannot be so sure with the news. Eh? You can't say that I'm too true. I 100% know what's going to happen. No. With the news, anything can happen. So already here we have a reaction. We have a reaction in the 30-minute section. And I want you guys to look at exactly what I said. Is exactly what happened. 30 minutes later. Um, I want you to see what happened. What this is post CPI. I want you to see what happened. So that when they say we are the king of this thing and we are done it to a million is achievable, you are the only one who's want to miss this out. So we know what we are doing. I said in the morning, we're expecting at least a push up, then retracement test the zone before going up. Otherwise, I said in the morning, I'm really expecting to see a slight push up and liquidity taken. This was liquidity here around this level. This level was about that. Let's just sit on the real chart. That was a 1 hour time frame. Eh? You see, we're here, and I said I was expecting price to push a little bit high. But one thing that I said that I wanted to see price sweeping this liquidity over here. When price sweeps this liquidity, then I'll be looking for buys. And price sweep liquidity while we were still in that live stream in the morning, and we ended for the buy. Look what has happened. Look what has happened. Look what has happened. Look what has happened. So yes, although now it has happened, it has happened. I will not dwell on that. We want now to focus and see what are the next potential moves. So already it has happened. Uh, so we captured about 2.5 as R captured. What did we do? We exited early because of news. Because this trade was not aligned, it was not a fundamentally analyzed trade, it was a technically analyzed trade. So we were not sure how the news would behave to our trade. So we decided to exit early. But it's still okay because I don't trade news, so it was still part of the plan to exit that. So it was not a mistake, it is what happened. But now, let's now move on. Let's move on and see now 4-hour continuation. 4-hour continuation. Hey, this CPI has been crazy. Those who have traded this CPI, we've not seen such kind of a move for quite a long time. It has been one of its kind. But regardless, let's move forward and see what has happened. Let us move on. All right. Let me delete this from the chart. Now, gold has really opened up another. Uh, what was more of an expected move because market was at a demand zone and we really expected to see that push going up. But now gold has opened up uh, this zone here. It was a very important zone in this particular move because over the time we saw market breaking below the zone. Market has been in what can be termed as a bearish structure. Although it was not, I think it was more of just a delivery to this demand here because this actually was our protected low. Now, market has come back to now in terms of internal structure. Clearly, when market broke this one, but with a break of structure here, an internal break of structure, it was these zones were significant. Okay, these are just an internal break of structure. Niliwaambia kwamba I don't use a lot of terms break of structure, internal break of structure, sijui nini. No, I just minimize my terms so that I don't have to have a lot of terms on my chart. Okay. Now with that one, what was our supply? That has not been mitigated. I think I have this zone that has already been tapped to. This zone here as my supply. Okay. By immediate supply that caused this break of structure. You understand? Where price has currently tapped. So I'll be using that as my immediate supply where price has already tapped. And in that case, I have this as my protected low. I mean protected high, not protected low. So this is going to be my protected high. It means that I want not to see price closing above this zone if I'm still looking for some sales. I want to see price not closing above a particular high. Are we together? So if stars align, we can still continue with this push to the downside, or if price closes above the protected high, some of the regions we'll be looking at will be these areas. There's a lot of liquidity resting above these areas. We'll be looking at areas that is going to be at about 199, 200, that about. Those are the areas you're going to look at. And ultimately, yeah, that's the area. You can see again also this move originated from this all region of supply. Yeah, so this will be the area that we might be looking at to see if price will be able to retrace to that particular place. Are we together, guys? Okay. So we still bado tuko kadi, we still in the game, still in the game, and that's what we want to see happen, right? So if you draw a trend line here, you can see price has come to mambo yote. Let's see how this one duplicates on the other side. Yeah, but then if you have that a small trend line there, you can be able to see what has happened. Price is currently also reacting at strong resistance zone, trend line resistance. You see that? All right. So we had a rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection, multiple rejections here, rejections here. So again, gives us a very good reasons, perhaps to look for some shorts. But first of all, our entry confirmation has to be made. So if you can have a liquidity sweep to the zone close below, we might have price going back down. But if this one does not happen, I'm expecting at least a retracement to this particular zone over here before pushing further to the zone. All right. So there's a lot that we want to see happening in this particular price action. So year two, jicho. All right. So you don't want to harakisha the price. Let price give us. Let price show us the way, then we follow it. All right. Let price show us the way, then we follow it. I want to see. You see, my previous forward time frame, which was today, Tuesday, is now different from what you're looking at. That's the exciting thing of trading. And I really like trading because it has a lot of life lessons. You understand? Like what you might be chasing this morning might be different, exactly different from what you'll be chasing in the afternoon. Imagine that's how life is, by the way. We keep on chasing different goals every now and then. Today you're looking for school fees maybe. Tomorrow something happens, you found school fees, but now you're looking for rent. After rent, you just keep on doing those things. All right. Now that we have what you're looking at in the forward time frame, let's even narrow down a bit to 1 hour and see do we have anything so far in the 1 hour time frame. All right. Now 1 hour time frame really confirms our linear here because in the 1 hour time frame we can clearly see we've been having a downtrend and a good one because this was a break of structure. This was a break of structure to the downside. That was a break of structure to the downside. We've been having break of structures going down. Another break of structure here, which were well covered. This was well covered by this can move, clearing liquidity, and now we were back this big move to the downside. But now price has come and finally also cleared the gap. You see, there was a gap. This week market opened with a gap, and that's exactly what the price has done. Price has closed on that gap. Okay, price has successfully closed on that particular gap. Let's see if you put a trend line. If you put a trend line here, I like sometimes just using trend line just to see what is happening, just to get that overview of what's happening. and that's our beautiful trend line, as you can see. Um, serves the purpose. Serves the purpose. You clearly see this is my demand zone. They put it at the middle over here. This actually was extreme POI. Let me just put it here. Extreme POI. POI means point of interest. Extreme POI, and now price is we've been in a channel. We've touched here, touched here. So probably if you get some confirmation, I'm looking forward for some retracement in form of some sales. Perhaps to some region over here, if not down here. All right. Now, the level of retracement will be determined by how price will react over this thing here. Because I'm expecting if price behaves the way it was to behave and pass here, then we might have a small whipping out to maybe this zone before pushing further to this zone. All right. But if that one does not happen, then we might see just price coming back straight to this zone if it's not going to take out, I mean, to close above this level. But now note there's some liquidity residing over this one. So that means if price breaks above, but want to collect all of those liquidity to this extreme POY. That extreme POY. So this one still looks good. Sorry for that. That one still looks beautiful. And we have some entries coming in. Now, mostly after some impulse news like whatever we have like this one, like the NFP that we had on was it May, not the one for last year. I mean for June, we saw price continued to sell long even after the news. So you might see price, chances high you might see price doing this or retracing. I want to see this was an instant. I think this was on an NFP for July. Are you seeing this one? This was NFP for July. Yeah, price dropped drastically, but immediately it was correcting until it corrected for dropping. So you might have a similar currency whereby price will see price dropping, 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 and even collecting liquidity before rising again. So ours is to keep an eye on this market to see how it will go. Are you together, guys? So continuation, it is still Tuesday. Nowadays, I like highlighting the day so that we see how this market will traded over that particular week. Okay. So for Tuesday, already we've gotten our first trade, which gave us 2.5 RR, and we've captured and exited early. Why not for the news? But anyway, we don't complain. We keep pushing. Now, I feel for Euro USD, as I said in the morning, those were the live in the morning, we were actually looking for buys. But Euro USD did not give us a very nice entry for buys because you can see, I wanted to see something. By the time news came out, price was just resting about this zone. About this zone. Now, if you look at this zone, there's nothing clearly to tell us to buy or not. Okay. I had not gotten attention of my entry criteria. So when price came to this zone, you can see it was more of just rejections and everything. Before few minutes to NFP, when suddenly move back in. All right. So the reason why I did not take this trade is I was not seeing a very good entry model for me. That's why I ended up, missing this trade. Although I can try to see if there was an entry that only that we missed to see the entry. Because this was the last break of structure I'm talking about before CPI. This was the last break of structure. Okay, we had a demand zone here, a small one. Price came to tap to the demand zone. I believe if you are to be careful, but that zone was happening just before CPI. So their price did not give us a very good entry for this trade. Although this was an expectation, it was really expected that USD will be pushing to this particular level. Now USD is now behaving at in a trapped triangle, I mean rectangle. These are trapped zone. I can see clearly. We are now trapped in this zone. Uh, but remember, our ultimate consideration is that price would move to this level here. So if you can have a push to the upside, then come to clear some of the imbalances here, then you might be able to see if you can be able to push to this level. So I'll not update this one. I think I'll not update this one for now. Well, let me just update. Let me just update. Let me just update. You can ask questions, by the way. My eyes are a bit sleepy because we were busy. And again, tonight we are on. Tonight we are also on. Those who are asking, tonight we are also on from 11 a.m. Tonight we start at 11 a.m. Let's start from 4 hour. If you put something here, carried forward from last week. It's important that I say this so that we don't confuse our analysis for this week. And the reason why I carried this trade forward from last week because I slept with this as an active trade. Okay, meaning I had some limit orders on this trade, and they were triggered on Monday. So it was an active trade. So there was no need to really analyze it. So basically here we are in a downtrend. However, we are looking to take the advantage of the retracing market. We are downtrend, but we're just looking forward to take advantage of the retracing market. What has happened? We are now trapped. We are trapped in a consolidation. Good breeding ground for liquidity. Right? So we are trapped in a consolidation, which is actually a good breeding ground for liquidity. So is there anything you can see in this trade? Let's go to 1 hour and see. Actually, if you look at this trade, you guy, my guy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It one of the seriously bad price actions. Mm-hmm. With market structure shift, a shift there, Finally, we got a break of structure. This is 30 minutes. Those who are asking, this 30 minutes. Break of structure. Then we had finally a market shift to the upside. And now we are there. We have a lot of liquidity on our side that we need to really capture. A lot of liquidity that needs to be captured. But yeah, so we are trapped in that particular rectangle, so we cannot do much. There is no much that you can do in 30 time frame. You see, there is no much that we can do for now. Want to wait and see how our trapping will end. Wait for maybe a retracement to the zone before trying to do miracles. So I think the same applies also to this guy over here. This is GU. GU also same thing. But GU is technically a bit different. Because if you look at the daily time frame of GU is like has completed his retracement. You understand? Mhm. Let's analyze GU. GU I think has something special for us. GU will not carry forward. The GU has ended. GBP USD gets turned into page. So GU, we started daily time frame. Daily time frame for GU. So what is happening? Um, by the way, I've there's a trader that I normally I follow and I love them. Um, I guess there are two. They call the traders KE. For the very first time, they're organizing something that I think is going to be valuable for a trader. They are saying on 14th of August this month, they're organizing a trading event at Sarit Center. And one of the things that I like about this trading event is for traders, not for brokers. You know, many times these trading seminars have been organized by by brokers. So when you go there, you're limited. For example, I use HFM for example. So let's say another broker like Paperstone or maybe Exam Markets, they have organized a trading event. So one of the catch is that yes, the event is free, but now they'll say, you know what, you must be having a trading account with us, deposit some money. So I'm inconvenienced to attend as a different trader, or maybe even as a beginner trader. How do you force me to deposit $100 in an account so as to attend an event to learn, and I'm a beginner? So I guess for quite some time that has been a challenge, but it was also in my plans. After this January, we start that one now and hold one in December. But I really thank God that somebody finally has thought of that and we'll be there. We'll be there. So Nick Trades, big up, Maze. That's a good thought of you. We'll be there to support you. Um, but me personally, I'll be there to learn also from other traders, and most importantly, also to network. All right. Most importantly, to network. All right. Now, if you look at GU in a bigger picture, GU is currently trading at a very a very important zone. It's a bigger picture. Because what we had here was a break of structure to the upside. But my final market came and changed structure. So this was a market structure shift. And finally, we're looking forward to see this was a high, lower high. No, maybe actually this is a break of to the upside. There is no change of color because it came from here down here to this level here, and now market broke this level. So this actually is our ultimate go zone. All right. There are some few things I want us to demystify here that maybe I was getting it wrong. That's why we may insist to find another overhaul of this one. This one is our ultimate zone where if we have to go by what we are seeing has to happen. All right. Now, market came from here, pushed all the way to here, came all the way to down here, pushed to this level here, failed even to mitigate this supply zone. Market has been pushing to the same level here, and now we are here. So from a daily perspective, what I can say is that our price came, took out this. I want to see there's a liquidity sweep over here. I think there was a sweep. There's a liquidity sweep over there. So maybe anytime I see a liquidity sweep like this one, I normally, as what I've done, I've come to realize that markets at times go target the next liquidity. All right. Now, the original move actually starts from here. And I'll not be surprised if you will push all the way to these levels. I'll not be surprised. I'll not be surprised. Okay? I'll not be surprised if you will push to this level. I'll not be surprised. All right? I'll not be surprised if you will push to that level. But even before that, this is the last leg of liquidity that I'm expecting to see GU coming to take. Okay? Before anything else is mentioned, this is the next level of liquidity that personally I'm expecting GU to take. And because of that, GU might take this level with pressure to a zone like here. So I'm still very much bullish on GU, if you ask me. I'm very much bullish on GU, if you ask me. Now, I know there's some liquidity deciding over this level below here. There's a level that was not well mitigated. So we'll be having some liquidity deciding over these particular levels. But first of all, I'd expect to see the GU sweeping this liquidity, coming again to sweep this liquidity, and maybe pushing back to the zone. All right. Now, I don't like doing these things in my chart because it's like you're directing the market, whereas you're not supposed to direct the market. So that's the idea. That is the idea. So we take our beautiful daily chart. So here we are saying that GU still has liquidity above it. Take. So we might see it mitigating extreme supplies. All right. Although below it there exists a liquidity pool needs to proceed with cautious looking for sales. All right. Those writing might not make sense to you. I normally write what I believe makes sense to me. All right. So if you're doing your journal, I'd say that make sure you are doing or you are writing down something that clearly makes sense to you. All right. Good. So you are here and you've seen that particular move. And again, you're going to draw a trend line. I can see there's a very nice trend here happening here. If you put like this one, I want you to see something. Yeah, if you go by the trend line, it means you might do the thing, might really drop went to this level. You might. It's when it's hanging. Yeah. If you have to go by that. Uh-huh. But see this one, sweep liquidity, and now drop, bro. So you need to proceed with that cautious, by the way. You need to proceed with that cautious because why not? All right. So let's go to the forward time frame. Where are some of the things disappearing? Okay, let me remove this. We don't need them. There are things that I needed to see them. Let's look out about your visibility. You should be in hours. Okay. Also, you need to be in hours. Why are you disappearing? You also need to be in hours. Okay. That's our GU, guys. The guy is here. Now let's see what has been happening to this pair for some few days. Now for the few days, it's clear that GU has been bearish. It's been clear, and we also managed to mark this as the last breakout structure. Of course, an internal one. If you mark this as a breakout structure, congratulations. From that, we had a market structure shift over here. Market structure shift. And with that market structure shift, I want to see what has been happening. If you're identifying some supply demands here, supply demands will be mitigating the supply and demands until this one. I think this is the only, this one actually it contains the only mitigated demand. We have it there. All right. This one we can call it look at what happened by this level was filled. Sometimes this actually the trick is this level has been filled, okay, with a sweep here, which has been nice. All right. Now finally with this zone here as my demand zone. You see, after this break of structure here, with this break of structure there, price came to this demand zone, and this is what has happened now. This imbalance I've just seen might not hold because Abu Dhabi, you see price retraced to clear the imbalance. All right. So might not really hold. And again, the liquidity that was sitting here because of inducement, there was a liquidity sweep, break of structure. Market came to the demand zone. My input criteria were fulfilled here. I could have just taken this trade, targeting this high, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I was anxiously waiting for that trade, but it happened that we did not get it. It happened that we didn't get it. Are we together? It happened so we did not get it. So I'm open-minded to see how price will react on this zone here. You see this zone here? I'm open-minded to see how price reacts on this zone because right now we're in a bullish push. We cannot buy market. You see, you're on this phase of pushing. So either we stop pushing, we take advantage of a retracement, or we wait for the market to retrace to a higher level. Then you can still push to this level. Are you together? Yeah. So we are still standing there and hoping market might really push to this zone. All right. Are you together, guys? Good. 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 So that is due 4 hours for me. Due 4 hours for you guys. Um, I don't know much to say that. All right. Is there anything in the 1 hour time frame? Tell me. Is there anything you can see in the 1 hour time frame? Of course, there is something and clearly see we had a break or structure here. Let me just mark for you. We had a break or structure. Mhm. We had a market structure shift. Okay. Market shift back. Tested the supply that was there. Hmm. There's like a small supply here. Market tested it properly. We are marking it because this supplies zones when market breaks be above them. They sometimes form a basis of another trade. Sometimes people call it breaker blocks. So market can really come and react back to them. So we had a break or structure here. All right. And finally, market has managed to close the wind market even week to week, I mean week to body. Market has changed structure again. Um, and we're expecting market to push above here. We see if we can get some retracement before taking the trade. You see how price is reacting? It means CPI was not the market direction was still bullish. It was still bullish. So we were right. CPI was just a catalyst. That's why you can see price is still maintaining the bullish momentum even after the news. This is like almost 2 hours after the news. You can see price is still maintaining that bullish character. So we're going to take note of that and see if you can get a replacement and make our sales from, I mean, make our buys. Even I'm looking for purely buys. One hour. All right. So to go up, yeah, there you're going to look at that. Look at how gold is performing. Gold is really approaching the zone, but of course we have a long way to go to make a trading an informed trading decision on this. Really want you to keep pushing and see how it's going to react to that particular level. Then you can make our trade, right? Just checking to see how it's performing. So in this, I'm really dealing with the currency that we analyzed in the morning. That's why I'm not starting a new currency to analyze this time. Just dealing with what we had analyzed in the morning. So GBP card was not giving us a very good price. I think we did in the morning. Let me see. We didn't do it in the morning, so we late. That's what Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think I say something and that's really done the opposite of what I think. No, we expected that. You see, Bitcoin, I said in the morning. Look what I said in the morning. Expecting price to react to the supply zone. Let me show you the outcome. Although I didn't trade this one. 1 hour continuation. We are still on Tuesday. Still on Tuesday. Let me show you. Tell you that I don't trade BTC. Hapo najita kutrade BTC. Simuniita huko ndio inaonyesha inawafanyia ile kitu. Look at that. Look at that now. So Bitcoin, we might be looking now for some sales. If we get it proper, yeah. Let me see. I mean, let's come here. But anyway, there's a market structure shift. There's liquidity break, market structure shift. We're waiting for the price to come to these zones if they ever come to the zone. It has not happened. So we're waiting to see if these zones are going to hold. You see these zones? If these zones hold, then we might see price coming down before going up. But if they don't, hooray! But anyway, look at that. Look at that. Look at that move. From here, W pattern, W pattern. Now he went, and now ticked to that zone. All right. So this was a success, but of course I did not trade this one. I did not trade this one. I will not lie. I is saying that this W pattern, and we really ran to the supply. We ran to the supply. But anyway, I'll not brag on that, or I'll not want to take any credit on that. I did not trade this one. But I said in the morning, if you watch this video, I said in the morning, I said clearly that it was actually here. You see, it was here. Look at the price. This was about 60, 61,857 or something like that. Die capture, can see about 61,857. I said in the morning that I'm expecting price to come here a bit, close above the afternoon before going up. But of course, this is news. So anyway, that is it. What else did we look at this morning? Card JPY. Let me show you before, but remember I'm editing card JPY. We're expecting these sales. We're expecting these sales. Are you seeing those sales? And I explained every reason why price will react on that particular level. Unfortunately, we've not captured that. We've not captured that. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So price has come. Price has come to the region. And perhaps you're waiting to see. That's a very good sign. It's a very, very good sign. Price coming to that region the way we really wanted. And If anything, I'll be expecting maybe a retracement. But after the zone has been cleared out. All right, let's look at another one. Let's cut JPY for you guys. GBP AUD USD, this pair. This one I was expecting these sales, although they did not happen. Price came back and I think it continued to go up. So it's not that we get it all the time. That's the truth. You see, I was expecting, and I'm going to put it down because honesty is the key. We're expecting something on this supply zone. We're expecting something on this supply zone. Let me leave it the way it is so that you can see what then happened. Although I was skeptical on this trade because USD was showing some form of weakening, so I was very much skeptical on this. All right, and again, I was not seeing what's called a bullish flag. You see, I don't know why I was ignoring this. I was ignoring this break of structure. I saw it, but I think in the forward time frame it was appearing like it is a liquidity sweep. Are you seeing? Exactly it's here. In the forward time frame it was like a liquidity sweep. So that's why I was ignoring it so much. I think there's a lot of bullish flag pattern here that I was ignoring. My mind, I think it was blocked with something. But this is now a market structure shift. And now we have a break of structure. Break of structure to the upside. These were more of, and you see how perfectly it happened. These flag patterns, price came, broke above it, we tested it. Hooray! So I think I ignored, I ignored. The trend was uptrend. You can see from extreme POI, we were going uptrend. I was so much concerned with a break of this trend. But anyway, I'm not bad. I'll not really paint myself bad in the bad way because look, in this time frame, a lot of things were okay. This is my protected low. Yeah, price did not come to this protected low. Yeah, I think I was so obsessed with the market coming to this demand zone than what market actually was wanted to do, than what market wanted to do. So market is finally going to approach our zone, and that one we got it wrong, right? Need to be brutally honest with myself. This pair. All right. So here, 1 hour time frame. This is more of a reaction. 1 hour time frame is a reaction video. Solve the mistake. Ignored the pattern that was clear. That is the bullish flag. In the 1 hour. So the pattern was clear in the 1 hour, and I was so there. So didn't enter the trade though. didn't enter the trade though. So no wahala. A lot has happened in this trade, but now I think it has come also to a breaking point where we might have now to shift our analysis on it. All right. So it come to forward time frame, and perhaps we might delete now because it has changed everything. Eh? Now I want to see. I hope you're learning something at a point where I'm deleting some of the analysis of my charts. Is at a point where it has violated your looking because I was looking to sell back to this POI before buying again. But clearly market had other plans which are good anyway. So we had a market structure shift over here, over there, having break of structure, and finally another mother of all, another break of structure. Okay, and in this break of structure, price left us with a demand zone over here. It left with a demand zone. Left with a demand zone over there. So, and the price has finally gotten to a point where we wanted it to get to in the first place, but you might see some reactions before continuing together. I think these are the pairs that we were looking at today, and so far so good. Everything is smooth, running nice. So I'll not be able to add other pairs as I've said in this video. For other pairs, we're going to look at them later on tonight. Let me just do run for you what has happened so far. This is USD. It has been shaky over the days. I've not been getting some good entries on it. USD CHF. Yeah, it is it's there. No, USD. I think with something on USD card. Yeah. Why did I not record it? USD card, yeah, I recorded it. Look what I said. Price approaching a daily key zone. Price moving reluctantly towards the sluggish. I mean, this shows sellers lack of momentum. But now, for time frame, we said you are hoping for a sale. Look what happened. I guess nothing of this picked out because of the. Let's go to an hour. We were waiting for the price to come where? I mean, the price to come to the supply zone. Let me see exactly where price was. At the moment I was taking the price was at 1 point. Price was at 1.41514. 1.41514. Price was about here. So price came up the zone. Let's see if this was a missed trade or just latent. Price came, tapped the supply zone. Let's even narrow down. As good as I was, I marked my breakout structure to the upside. Now we had a change of character. I was expecting at this market to tap, to come back a little bit before we could enter. Unfortunately, let me see where our knee was. It was about 141,532. 141. Are you saying it was here? My sell limit was about this particular place here. And our target was this zone over here. Stop loss. Let me be sure the stop loss. 141,618. 141,618. Somewhere there. Guys, that's how the trade was. That's how the trade was supposed to be. Okay. That's how the trade was supposed to be. Alright, so we come and we put here reaction 1 hour reaction. Now, was this a bad trade? It was a good trade. Only that my entry criteria were not. So entry criteria not met. Didn't, I'm telling you, this thing so hard. Didn't take the trade. All right. Here together. Yes, wait. A market structure shift, which is a good confirmation, but order block, no liquidity shift. So it happened that way, and news came, pushed price down. It was not in our business to chase that trend, but you can see it happened that way. All right. So I can comfortably say that it's a successful run already because our anticipation both on BTC USD, USD card, CAD JPS running, Euro USD GBP, they are already working out. They have worked out as they should, although we've been having, we've had some news, which of course we know to some extent catalyzed the moves, but not bad. All right, not bad. Look exactly even where I marked. Actually, I marked this place as a CE price to that particular level. All right. So this gives us an edge in the market that you can actually trust and have your your insights right about the market. All right. So this guy here, not yet. This one here, we're not doing it yet. This guy thinking about something about him and he broke the zone. You're looking at these other pairs at night. So don't miss tonight's session. We'll be looking at these other pairs at night. This one I think now is coming back to where I wanted him to come, especially after this liquidity sweep over here. I'm cautious to see if we can be able to get some sales on him because I see no further liquidity. I see no further liquidity, so you might be cautious to look for some sales here and there. Do you understand? Because it has a very nice technical move. If you look at this price, actually, look at that. Sweep liquidity. It have a clear move to the downside here. But anyway, also we'll wait to see. Is it a clear move or is it just a break of structure to continue moving? All right. So guys, I think that's what I'll be looking at. We'll be looking at today. Users come. We've had our session nicely. Oh, this one. This one I gave an entry for a reseller. I think now it's coming in. It's coming in back. See, I try to end under. Hey, I fear news, but I think now the sale is coming in. With this sale, sometime last time, there was another sale here that we missed. We'll take a sell opportunity here. But now in the morning, we gave a re-entry. This is NASDAQ. I gave a re-entry about that zone and explained a reason why we should be taking sales from this particular zone. And clearly, you can see those sales are like almost materializing. Did we? Those sales are coming in nicely because of this liquidity sweep. The news did its thing well. Liquidity sweep covering there and there. So I tried to enter this trade few minutes ago, but I felt like the data was not matching with what I was seeing on the MT5 or rather my broker, so I gave up on this trade. But anyway, so far so good. Everything's looking nice. This one we said every reasons why to sell. This one it's sold to this zone from here to here, but it is what it is. I was expecting to push maybe below it, has not yet happened. BTC I've started with it. I explained to you why you're expecting to buy to this zone, maybe look for sales. And again, it has happened the way it has happened. All right. So to that particular point, I think we've had a good chit chat. We've had a good chit chat. So that is it. I'll see you later on in the evening as we continue with our diagnosis for the market so that we can get good possible entries. All right. Just looking at this guy, he's doing what he wants to do. So yeah. So see you then. We'll see what would have happened and how we can modify our trading days. All right. So goodbye and have a wonderful evening. Cheers.